have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tennessee Titans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Walk with me forward.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, it's Coleman, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go. Wait, 80! 54, right, 54. And watch that, and watch the ball.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
We ain't giving them nothing. 11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
One, Omaha.
They'll run on first down. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second down now, it's Coleman, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon, and he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
At the 18-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
12, 12. 55, pick your game up.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle. It's tight end. 3rd down here. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
The kick by Gold is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 29, Mariota. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Motion. Blood. Mike's by 4. Nice 7. Let's go.
Mariota now to throw on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54.
A first down throw for Mariota. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. 56 of mine.
From the red zone now, Mariota. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning the turn. Don't get nervous. Watch the edge. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
They'll throw again. Mariota steps away to his left. And this will be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
56. Mike, 56. 56.
To the air again, Mariota. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
A really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Tight down. There you go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. These two teams all tied after one.
Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
13. Check, Mike. Hey, box truck.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked by Kevin Byard. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jonnu Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
On 2nd down. It's Coleman. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
A dime look defensively here for the Titans on 3rd.
Pick it up, defense. Touchdown. Block. Hey, exit. 54, Mike. Hey.
To throw is Garoppolo. Open man is heard. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
And the 49ers 1st down.
Here we go. 180. White 54. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy. Downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Completes it to Coleman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
What we got?
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
I would say it would probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On first down, Coleman. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own.
He's got him in. Complete. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Titans. Lamar Miller, 83 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. This is Coleman. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Garoppolo. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Three. Shit. One. Shit. 61.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Hey, watch the ball. 56 to Mike. Check 56.
First down, Mariota. Going up top for Miller. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, defense. Three.
Mariota now. And that's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Three down. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Who that? Mike's 56.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Flushed out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. Garoppolo now. Just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the eye.
Mike's by 4. Defense wins championship. One.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. James Conner, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch the run. Switch. 11. 65, 65. Smooth.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Coleman. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gold is able to put it through. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A first down carry for Henry. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota. He finds Taylor. Complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
Garoppolo now. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo, forced out to his left. Now Garoppolo lost the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
Multiple turnovers on the play. Come on now, let's go. Recovered by the offense. Result of the play, first down.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Setting up the screen for Miller. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt, just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go. Black 80! Check, watch 54. 21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10.
I got wide. Mike's 50.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 49ers' 43-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
56 is the mic. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It wasn't 3rd and long. It was more like 3rd and attainable, and oftentimes offense just want to run enough to pick up a 1st down. But I think they wanted a break tendency there. Catch the defense plan for the short pass and push it downfield, and they almost collected a big play.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. Garoppolo, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Coleman now. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
36.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch the safety creep. Check. Motion out of the backfield. Hey, watch that. Check.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And this is going to be 49er football.
What part did they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Catch is made by Hurd. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
At the 16-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
11. Let's see what you got. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Here we go. Hey, Delta.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Jim. Three. Echo. Check, Mike.
They begin with Henry. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
Here we go. Check him motion. Check the call. Where's 52? Watch 52.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Counter. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Joker.
On 2nd down now. It's Henry, and not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Here we go.
From the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And this one's incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Here we go. 12. Mine's 54. Mine's 50.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Dancing to his left. Open man is Hurd. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And what is going on here? I've got 3rd down. Screen shows 3rd down, but they've got the punt team out there. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Tennessee, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.